Pat Sabatini for lock of the week against Joanderson Brito, and he gets his hands on Brito. He is going to absolutely maul this guy, Reese McKee. I like him. I just think he's the better fighter. I actually was a little bit surprised that he was the underdog in this fight against a Contender Series guy who got dropped in his Contender Series fight. If you guys want a fighter underdog lock of the week, it's probably going to be Reese McKee. But as a lock, for what I have locked in to keep this streak going, I got to go with the under 2.5 that I got on Sunday at plus 165. If you guys want to play it, a wild play, play Deani in the first. She should take this girl down and just fucking maul her. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to We Want Picks. My name is Jacob, aka the Freckled Salamander, here to bring you my lock of the week for UFC 314. But before we get into this week's lock of the week, make sure you like the video. We've been absolutely destroying it this year, and I'll be honest, if I could get 2,500 likes on this video, I asked for 1,500 and you did it. I asked for 2,000 and you did it. If I get 2,500 likes on a pay-per-view week, it would be absolutely incredible. If you are new to lock of the week, what that is quite simple. Every single week, I pick one underdog that I believe in my mind is going to win with 100% certainty. And as you can see, we've been absolutely killing it. We had a little setback a couple weeks ago, but last week I gave you Pat Sabatini, I gave you Reese McKee, and if you are a premium member, you got the plus 165 odds on the easiest line of the entire year, the under 2.5 on Deani Barbosa to absolutely smoke Deanna in that fight. We have now hit, what, 7 of our last 8, 9 of our last 11, something crazy. Like, it's been an unbelievable year. And if you guys want the early lines, if you want to support the lock of the week video, because this is a free pick on the demonetized video. By the way, so one person commented, dude, there was an ad on the video. Yeah, you say it's a demonetized video, but there's an ad on the video. You don't understand how fucking YouTube works. It's demonetized for us. They still put their own ads on the videos, but we get no ad revenue because I use copyright content. It's the things I do for the people, you know what I mean? Free pick, demonetized video. And if you want to support the movement and get all the early lines, because this week I got another line earlier than everybody else, make sure you go to WeWantPicks.com, become a premium member today. It's only $10 a month. And not only has lock of the week been hot, but the bets have been hot as well. Hell, Angelo didn't even miss a single fucking bet last week. So go to WeWantPicks.com, $10 a month, support the movement. Let's get into the action. Lots and lots of live dogs this week for UFC 314. There are 3 people I'm considering for lock of the week. The first person I'm considering for lock of the week is probably gonna look like a minus 300 favorite, and that is going to be Yan Xiaonan versus Verna. I know people love Verna, and she's a fun girl, and she's one of the most beautiful girls in the UFC. I think people are picking her just because of how beautiful she is. I've been a Verna hater for a long time. She's got 5 minutes of actual cardio with diving trip takedowns. After that, she's trying to pull guard. She's getting lazy with her takedowns. She has no striking as a backup plan. None. Zero. The difference in Yan to Verna in the striking is the difference between night and day. Yin and yang. And when Verna gets out of this first round because she doesn't submit Yan, she's going to get absolutely smoked. Yan Xiaonan is somebody I'm considering for lock of the week. The second person I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC 314 is, of course, going to be Diego Lopes. He is a former lock of the week winner. He was an underdog versus Pat Sabatini and was my lock of the week that week. I've been a little bit hesitant on him in the past because I'm not really sold on his abilities, but I'm considering him as lock of the week for UFC 314. And the third person I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC 314 is going to be 50K Dan Ige. Listen, if you stay in range and try to play that game with Sean Woodson, he probably is just going to box your head off. But the good news is Dan Ige quite literally, physically, can't play that game. He's got to get in the pocket. He's got to make it close. He's got to get in there. And if he gets inside of Sean Woodson, pause what? He should absolutely punish him. I just don't like the way Sean Woodson just covers up, and Dan Igue's got the power to hurt anybody. We've seen Sean Woodson get chinned before by Luis Saldana. Dan Ige is the last person I'm considering for lock of the week for UFC 314. But without further ado, the lock of the week for UFC 314, and this is one of my greatest highlight films of all time. So if you guys support these videos, if you like these videos, hit the like button right now. I want 2,500 likes because this is a fucking featured film I'm about to show you guys right now. The lock of the week for UFC 314 is gonna be
every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay.
April 12, anew.
Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, it's just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream yourself and dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow, good Lord will take you away. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow, the good Lord will take you away.
That's right, the lock of the week this week is going to be Diego Lopes versus Volkanovski. And listen, I respect the resume that Volkanovski has. I respect who he is as a fighter. But I don't give a fuck about who you used to be. I want to see what you are right now. And these two gentlemen are on two different trajectories in their career. I'm a big fan of Diego. This is a half biased pick. He's a former lock of the week before. But I've also been very hesitant and very cautious about Diego Lopes because of his skills. And every single time I kind of doubt him, he just shows me up. I was hesitant against Sadiq. I was hesitant against Brian Ortega. Fuck the hesitation. We're going all in this week. If you are Diego Lopes, you got to do three things. show no fucking respect to this guy. You don't want to have a technical fight with Volkanovski. You don't want him to build his confidence and start feeling like that champ again. Get in there, get in his face, cause chaos early. Test that chin of his that we've seen be cracked time and time again in the past. I would treat this fight like a 10-minute fight, and you need to find a finish within 10 minutes, because if you try to pace yourself for 5 rounds and just go tit for tat, you're probably going to get taken down and controlled. You're probably going to start wearing down. He's probably going to start landing those calf kicks. You come in here, dream, believe, and make it happen. No respect. This is your moment, Diego. Every time you stepped into the UFC was building to this fucking moment. You were in the corner of Alexa Grasso when she had one of her biggest moments and one of the biggest upsets in UFC to win the belt. This isn't going to be a crazy upset, but all those Volkanovski fans are going to be jaw-dropped when you come in here. Precious guy, land that right hand, sit him down, and find a finish in the second round of this fight. But we're not going to be surprised, because these are the reads that we make week after week, and why we've been running so hot. In full transparency, Yan Jinan was going to be my lock of the week until I heard this song. What a beautiful song. One of the most perfect songs. A beautiful song. Obviously, I'm familiar with Aerosmith's Dream On, but I heard it when I was at the gym. It clicked. Dream, believe, make it happen. Sometimes things are bigger than us. Sometimes things are bigger than our right hand, a left hand takedown submission game. And I truly believe this is a destiny fight, a true changing of the guard for the featherweight division, and Diego Lopes is going to come in, finish Volkanovski in the second round, win the belt, and win us lock of the week to keep this unbelievable run we've had in 2025 going. And next pay-per-view, it's going to be even better than this one. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through thick and thin for lock of the week. We've been running hot. I appreciate all the support. Hopefully we get it done again this week with Diego Lopes. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you are new, leave a comment, your lock of the week, one underdog that you believe in your mind is going to win with 100% certainty. My name is Jacob, aka the Freckle Salamander, and I'm out. Peace.